Welcome everyone to this video where I'm going to explain to you one of our most recent strategies that Peter came up with and that he has been trading for a while now. The name of the strategy is 110 strategy, and it is a strategy that works during the last 10 minutes before the market close. The reason behind that is that the last 10 minutes before the market close, the market usually gets so volatile. And in fact, it sometimes even gets as volatile as the market during the open or during the first 10 minutes. So in a way, the strategy reminds us of an opinion range breakout strategy, but it's kind of breakout strategy or continuation strategy that works during the last 10 minutes before the market close. Before the market close, market gets a lot of volume due to the fact that a lot of retail traders are dumping their shares or maybe loading into their positions for a swing trade. Also institutions either dumping their shares or maybe loading in for the next day, and that's what gives the market during the last 10 minutes an enormous amount of volume. And an increasing volume during the last 10 minutes is actually one of the main or most important criteria to play this strategy. You could see an example of a strategy that could have been taken for a 1 to 10 strategy right here on Apple. You could see how it gets a volume around 355 or 354, and that is where it's also kind of breaking a range, and this is exactly where you could have played this strategy. So a 1 to 10 strategy is not necessarily a strategy that you need to play at 3:50 p.m. Eastern. It could be played anytime between 3:50 until 4 p.m. Eastern before the market close. So let's actually go to Trading Terminal replay feature and go through the stock so that I can explain to you closely how you could have executed this trade in detail. So it is preferable to play this strategy on stocks that are also having an increasing amount of relative volume, 90% for example or more, and a stock that has an increasing volume intraday. It is also preferable to see some sort of recent trend before the last 10 minutes of the market open, and preferable actually to have some sort of trend during the last 15 minutes, which unfortunately we don't have here. It is also possible to play this one even if there is no trend. For example, if you take a look at this 1 minute chart, you could see that there is a potential range around here, and obviously if the stock breaks this range during the last 10 minutes with an increasing volume, that is exactly where you could get your entry. Note that the market is volatile during the last 10 minutes, and because of that, you do not want to hold on to your position longer, especially if it starts going against you. Make sure that you always cut your loser. You could see that the stock is slowly approaching this high of the range, and the moment the stock starts to get some volume, you could start loading into your position. Take a look at this volume bar. I want you to know that it's been only 10 seconds since this candle opened, and the volume down here is already at half of where it's been during the last 15 minutes. This shows you that there is a lot of volume floating in, and that's actually a good confirmation. Increasing volume by itself though does not tell us a lot. Increasing volume is just a sign that the stock could work out, but you also need the price action to show you that. To read the price action, you either use the time on sales, watch the candle itself, or maybe also use the level 2. There are also so many other indicators that you could use. For me, potentially, honestly, I prefer using the candlesticks and candlestick shapes. Look how the volume already is getting above all these candles around here, but that's not enough for us to get our entry because there was no confirmation based on price action. Having this increasing volume though and a candle closing in green is giving me a good confirmation that this might be the candle. Obviously, still not entering, waiting for it to break at least 160. There are two ways to enter: either at the breakout of the range, which is here, or either for the breakout, and I personally prefer entering for the breakout, especially the last few minutes, especially if the volume is going in. Let's wait for it to get closer to the breakout area, and the moment it gets close enough, we could start loading in. You could also start sizing in, for example, starting in with a smaller position, and then at the breakout you could add into your position. So for example, I'm getting in around here. This is the last 10 seconds before the candle closes, and during these last 10 seconds the candle is about to close without a wick. Last 10 or 6 minutes it was always closing with an upper wick, which was showing me selling pressure, and now for the first time we're closing without an upper wick. And if we clear the area, I could add more to my position, And then it just comes to your risk management, and you could take partials the way you want. The moment the stock starts going in your favor, you could start taking some partials off. That's too much. There it is. So the moment the stock starts going in your favor, you could start taking some partials off. And don't forget about this, guys. It's the last 10 minutes before the market close, so you want to make sure that you're all out of your position before 4 p.m. Eastern. So that's it, guys. Let's do a quick recap. To trade a 1 to 10 strategy, you need to trade only large cap stocks with huge institutional volume. It's preferable to have a relative volume more than 90% on this type of stock. You can play this stock to the long side or to the short side. It really doesn't matter where you want to play this stock. It works best on stocks that had some potential directional move during the last 15 minutes, but it is still okay to play it even if there is no trend. One thing that you need to pay attention to is that you cannot have an increasing volume or a huge volume before 3:50 p.m. You want to get this increasing volume after 3:50 p.m. You get your entry at the breakout area or when the volume starts coming in. Make sure to take your partials and make sure to close your position before the market closes. I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, share and subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions, make sure to type them in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next video.